kick things off. Finally, for realsies, Solary and RIX.GG. And it starts with a shot off the opening kickoff out of Asalan, easily collected by Chaussette, forcing Mike Boy all the way back. And you can expect this kind of back and forth pace constantly throughout this series.
Solary have definitely been turning up the speed here in their gameplay recently. Meanwhile, RIX, again, adding JG7 to the roster, have a bit of North American in them. So we'll see if that really does make a change. And like I said, right now, they're doing pretty solid. Top of the group right now with 2 wins. Let's see if they can add the third. It's been a battle so far for the midfield in terms of possession, but Asalan's going to try to see if he can lead the charge for RIX here. As it does fall short, Mike Boy has to avoid Astral.
Oh, Cash trying to pop over one and jump ahead of the ball a little bit, going after Farah. Did not work out. Chaussette's giving it right back to Asalan, though, looking for Cash. Well, he's got the ability to take over a series, but not quite yet. Needs a little while to get going. But once he does, he is very, very tough to stop. Astral now battling against Cash, and that's easily collected by Chaussette. Big clear to relieve a lot of pressure out of the Solary end. And now Asalan trying to kick things back off for RIX.GG. Both teams looking for their opening goal, and it's really a huge series for both these teams. I mean, every series, when you look at this format, Daz, every series is huge for everybody until maybe right at the end. But even then, that's not entirely in your control.
Yeah, and seeing, you know, how things play out. Like I said, even day 0, we've seen teams get eliminated in both regions. No one's necessarily safe, and Chaussette puts a shot on. It's off the bar. Farah will get the follow-up. And Solary, oh, good morning. They start us off with a goal.
Yeah, Chaussette just a little bit faster than Asalan there. He cashed it all he could. Did that actually... That didn't go off of Mike Boy, right? Am I crazy?
Maybe a little bit.
Well, okay, we know I'm crazy. Like,
well, yeah.
We'll leave that for another day. Asalan behind the play. Couldn't quite get the bump on the last defender. Mike Boy, bounce shot. And it's saved by Astral. Had to make a quick reflex save. Able to get all the way across. So RIX.GG finds themselves on the back foot early. Not for lack of pressure, though. They've had their opportunities, had plenty of zone time. That ball's pinched out for Chaussette. Shot on, and this time saved by Asalan.
A lot of pressure. Like you said, Solary has been able to move downfield very well. Now you see Cash with the ball. Getting that double off that back wall. That's a good bump. Asalan could probably play off this Mike Boy, looking for another demo on Chaussette, but shot from Asalan just a bit too high. And if they're playing a game that relies off that demo, then you kind of need to make sure the shot's on target.
Well, there is a demolition this time. Cash taken off the field, and he spawns basically right back under the ball, and that's got to be an awkward spot to spawn in. A little disorienting as well as the ball is thrown across, but nobody on the weak side. Asalan over Farah. And he at least got past Chaussette, but not directly. And Solary's defense able to turn this quickly back into offense yet again. Mike Boy around 1. Right at Chaussette. This time they took him off the field. And a chance now perhaps for RIX.GG to finally get on the board in game 1. They've had their chances, but not many have been great looks at the net.
We're coming down to it, right? Low on time. Minute 30. They really have a few drives, but keep in mind that 1-goal game, they can play this one all the way out. First things first, got to stop Astral in the midfield. Air dribble, and he's able to steal some corner boosts. So still going to be a lot more Solary pressure. Mike Boy's trying to open up an opportunity. Asalan trying to score with the confusion, and it works out. Asalan ties it up for RIX.
Asalan, who was beat by Chaussette on the initial goal of the game. This time, a little bouncer to find the gap in the defense at its perfection out of RIX.GG right when they needed it most. Brand new ball game with just over a minute to go, and a chance now for Cash. Do not let him get going, and Astral doesn't.
Okay. Cash can take this series into his own hands, and next thing you know, the state of gameplay changes. Meanwhile, Farah, he had the speed, but not the accuracy on that shot. So it will go the other way. And right now, defense is being played heavily in favor here for RIX. They're trying to change the pace here. They got a lot of momentum off that goal, but what do they do with it? And that's the question.
Coming up on 30 to go in the opening game of the day. Chaussette trying to feather a pass in front, could not. And now Cash doing all he can to try and get control of his car. He got nudged a little bit in the corner. Farah over Cash, and it's only Ocelon back. Only 50 boost. He couldn't go chase this. And then he finally did. Last chance now maybe for Mike Boy, trying to go over top. Drop right down the middle. It is Cash, and it is the lead for RIX.
And I was initially concerned. I saw Mike Boy play that in the air. I'm like, wait, is he going to get a flip reset? Flip reset past the defense, and Cash will just clean it all up. RIX on a quick 2-goal run in the final minute and a half to take the lead. 12 seconds left. Do Solary have a goal in him?
Oh, Ocelon actually sacrificed his car to stop what would have been a real good kickoff goal opportunity. Astral still got through. Ocelon spikes it down. They need to do it one more time, and they will. RIX.GG comes from behind and steals game one.
Yeah, steals is the perfect word for that. RIX were, they didn't have so much possession in the opening half of the game. Then afterwards, it was slowly starting to build back in their favor. At that point, though, it looked like the game was in Solary's hands, but then RIX get that first goal. And like I said, that momentum started to shift. Comes down to it, Mike Boy with space, and you saw him create a beautiful opportunity for RIX. Cash cleaned it up. And just like that, RIX ended up, like you say, walking away based off the fact that, again, I talk about it so much, that midfield space. It's dangerous for both of these teams, and you saw it in effect when Mike Boy opened things up with that flip reset.
2 goals exactly 1 minute apart. That's what it took for RIX.GG. Better late than never. They're up 1-0 in the series. Now it's on Solary to answer back. Farah right at Mike Boy to kick things off. We saw Solary come out real hot at the start of game one. Kind of cooled off near the end after RIX had weathered the storm. Let's see if they have to go into the bag of tricks at all, or do they have a reliable plan of attack to get by RIX? Here's Chaussette. Now he turned off it, so Cash will take over. So Chaussette just waiting patiently in the back. That's a ball that he's probably going to want back, and Astro might have just given him that opportunity. Oh, what a win. This could angle downward. It's awkward, and Ocelon is all over it. Put it in a dangerous spot, but Astral couldn't put it on target. Chaussette almost did. Follow-up goes in.
Work here from Chaussette. It starts off with Astral, though, off the corner, threw off Mike Boy. A great follow-up off the original. It's a little sloppy, but it will work, and that's all Solary needs to get the first goal.
45 seconds goes by, and it's Solary in front again. They scored first in game one. That lead ultimately did not hold up. They held it for a while. Mike Boy down the middle, and that pass led him just a little too far.
Ooh, like the pass.
Not for lack of opportunities. Another one high and wide out of Mike Boy. RIX.GG playing with a lot of confidence, but so too is Solary. Flip reset for Astral? No, he didn't end up using it. Now Farah tried to center for Chaussette, but Cash pops it away. You've got to have your head on a swivel against this Solary squad. Just another big clear downfield. Cash and Farah both get a piece. But again, it is RIX on the attack. Ocelon not opting for that midfield boost. That's going to be given away to Astral. That's a big win for Solary as they try to expand their lead.
And the speed has to be, like, talked about here for Solary. They're getting the balls very fast. And then this is like a 9-day from Solary, I'd say even 3 months ago. They've definitely turned things up. I see Chaussette barely miss a touch before he even hits the ground. Astral's already on top of it. These guys are playing very fast Rocket League, and it's been efficient. They do give up possession in some cases, but they're playing the ball into themselves. Most teams can't really pull off that fast-paced speed, but you can tell that Solary are trying it, and it's getting decent results.
This is almost on target. Might have been a little over the bar, but Mike Boy made the save. Now popping this out, looking for Cash downfield, and Astral got a piece of him. So Ocelon has to improvise. Hard out of the corner for Cash, and he just couldn't react in time. Mike Boy forced back down the middle, and that's great backboard defense out of Ocelon. Excellent in transition with RIX,
wow,
but not so much. big demolition out of Astral, and Chaussette doubles the lead.
Yeah, I like this from Astral. Takes his time, puts the ball on the wall, knows it's rolling towards the net, and there's only one defender, so it just takes him out of the equation. We're halfway through game number 2 with Solary on a 2-goal lead.
So RIX able to overcome a 1-goal deficit, turn it into a lead and a win in game 1. Can they bounce back from 2 early goals out of Solary? Ocelon trying to thread the needle between Farah and Chaussette. Could not. And then Farah blocked that out of Cash. Another transition opportunity. Ocelon comes up empty off the back wall, but still got past Chaussette. That's been a fun battle to watch for the first game and a half. Ocelon up against Chaussette, because they have been at each other the whole series so far.
And for RIX, too, coming off that game 1, you know, it did seem like things had kind of lightened it up. Meanwhile, though, my boy laser top right corner for a goal. RIX much needed.
And here we go again. Remember, it took a minute between goals last time around. Mike Boy just ahead of that initial attacker. That's all it takes. Throw it at the net. Hope something good happens. It did for RIX.GG. Inside 2 minutes. A long time for Solary to try and hold this now 1-goal lead. Mike Boy through Chaussette. Cash to tie. It's a missile.
Don't give Cash free space to shoot. You see why. Off the corner, great 50 for Mike Boy to even get that to go off the corner. And then Cash has free reign to shoot at the net. And it's rare he misses. Beautiful goal for RIX.
Wake-up goal for Solary. 2 leads in this series. 2 leads lost in this series. And another ball kicks all the way to the corner. Mike Boy's at least in the area. A little chasey here. Now Ocelon. Oh, just killed that with Farah. Mike Boy waiting. Pop over 1. Needs to kick it back out. And Chaussette is right there to cut out the play. Ocelon thought about going for the corner boost. Has to turn for the ball and does. Then needs a demolition for his efforts. Big moments here in the final minute of regulation in game 2. Big moments as it pertains to this tournament as a whole.
Yeah,
another big bump in front of Cash. Yeah, Cash got the clear. Well, it was not pretty. But you look at this RIX team in the final 2 minutes of both these games so far, Daz. They have turned it into high gear, and Solary have not had answers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just a momentum shift. They start playing so much faster, but that sneaks through. Astro finds that 1 lapse in defense. I think he punishes Cash for trying to go for boost here.
Yeah, Cash kind of quickly turning for that ball, and nobody else able to recover. 34 seconds remain. Huge sigh of relief for Solary fans. Will it hold, though? This goes right at Cash. Worst case scenario, best case, as Astral wins the challenge. And it's all Mike Boy can do to just throw the ball downfield. But look out! It's right at Cash! And Chaussette makes the save. Point blank range. Ocelon striding towards the net. Not quite. And that one's just wide on the near side. Oh, opportunities abound for RIX.GG. And they're going to want them all back. They may have time for one more drive. 5 seconds left. Got to get down to the other end of the field. Mike Boy didn't get a lot of air under that, and Solary ties the series.
This stuff from Solary. That last goal, I did say it was maybe Cash getting boost, but I think it was just the fact that there was no one home. There's no one home, and it was a good challenge to open it up. But yeah, Solary now tying up the series. That's a big game for them. They go down 2-0 against RIX. I don't think they win here, so they're still showing that they got some fight left in them. I mean, they start off strong every game, Sacks, but it's about maintaining that. And RIX totally know, like you can tell, RIX always have a burst of offense late in the game. Solary always have a burst of offense early in the game. So for Solary, it's about being able to maintain that over the course of the game. And that seems like where the struggle lies.
RIX.GG 2-0 coming into this series, trying to hold on to a top 2 spot in the group and avoid that lower bracket in the knockout gauntlet. But they find themselves in a battle with Solary here. They have Wild coming up immediately after this. Got a long way to go before we're at that point, as the 1-1 Solary squad trying to bring them back down to earth a little bit. Mike Boy, flip reset. got over everybody, and Chausette's in a tough spot. Cash will score. It is target practice early.
Yeah, early goal for RIX. Very dangerous here for Solary. It's the flip reset again for Mike Boy that opens things up. Seems like Solary defense doesn't have an answer against it. And simple follow-up Cash with the cleanup as always. RIX on the board first in game 3.
So this time it is RIX that scores first. Can they make a lead hold up? These leads have been a little bit like hot potato, and the answer is very quickly no. They cannot make this lead hold up. Chausette into an empty net, and we're right back where we started.
Farah bumps the third out of net. Ocelon on the way back. As he is mid-flip, it happens. And there's nothing he can do except watch the ball roll into the goal and get exploded by missiles. Oh my goodness.
This game is the opposite of tech support. You ask a question, you get an answer immediately. Here's Ocelon, blocked by Astral. Big clear to release the pressure. That was looking kind of scary off the ensuing kickoff. And now Ocelon, another big clear, but Chausette is right there. Going back and forth. You're seeing a lot of dump and chase here. Just throw the ball down in the other team's end, then go get boost, then chase it down as Farah is all over that. But it's blocked away by the defensive RIX.GG.
Oh, more pressure. Chausette has to get a touch there. Otherwise, that's an open net. Now Farah in control. And Solary, at the start of the season, expected so much more for this team. And then it was just poor performances in the fall. They slowly started to rise up here in the winter. And now we're in the spring split. And it does seem like a completely different team. But they still need these good results at the end of the day. That's what they're still fighting for. And
this is Cash with a great individual effort. And, God, you do not, we say it time and time again, Daz, do not let him get going. And they're giving Cash a lot of time and space with the ball. Sooner or later, you have to imagine, this is going to burn Solary.
It's really about just how willing are they to stick to that quick play style. Right now, even Astro got caught out, just playing close, and Chausette has to bail him out. Keep an eye on those rotations from Solary, because one wrong move, someone too far forward, could lead to a goal from RIX. There's been a lot of pressure here, as RIX have been moving the ball upfield very effectively, especially when Mike Boy's in the air. The Solary are looking for an answer. Maybe this be from Astral, does it? Chance Farah, Ocelon with the block.
That is not easy out of Ocelon. Now watch out, Cash on the other side, and he adds his 14th goal of the tournament, leading his team, and it's 4 in the series as well.
Look at that. Banger from Cash into that bottom left end of the net. Honestly, Solary, again, pushed up. Cash reads it, has that dominance power behind it, and now RIX regained the lead halfway through game 3.
How about the patience from Ocelon defensively as well? That is a tough ball to read, and he did not panic under the pressure from Solary. Now Farah lobbing another one back towards the RIX net. Doesn't quite work out nearly as well. Ocelon bounces over one, and then he's just going to throw this all the way across. Hit it where they ain't, but Farah got there in a hurry. Closing in on this, and Cash had to avoid contact and make the clear. Mike Boy with a save right in the center of the net. And that's a big stop for RIX.GG with 2 minutes left in a game and series that has just swung back and forth like a pendulum. Opportunity now for Mike Boy over Chausette. Ocelon coming on, and Astral met him.
Minute 50. You see Mike Boy once again throwing off that Solary defense. Farah hunting for demos in the back. But still, he's not able to get any. And RIX have a lot of space. Cash forces 2 up. Mike Boy is gonna shoot. Ocelot follow up. Can't slide it home. Mike Boy turn. Shot blocked by Farah. Nothing being let into the orange net. As Solary, it's still a 1-goal game for them. They need to get this ball out of their end.
Just a Friday afternoon at the shooting gallery right now for RIX.GG, but Solary has weathered the storm. Here goes Chausette, looking to make all those shots mean absolutely nothing, but that's blocked away by Ocelon. Now Astral. Well, tough to get this ball center, but he got there for Farah, rather for Astral, and that demolition by Astral opens things up. Chausette ties the game.
Look at that. Demo, goal, This is kind of the bread and butter at this point for Solary. This has to be, I want to say, the third demo play that they've had this series, and now it's brought them back in. We got a minute left in game 3 between RIX and Solary. Mike Boy, that's a laser of a shot. Shot set, forced to make a save. Astral demos Ocelon and takes the ball all by himself. How much boost does the man have? He gets it in midfield for Solary.
When you think of demolitions, you think of Endpoint and Virtuoso, but it's Solary with almost 6 demos a game and a lead in game 3 thanks to Chaussette.
Look at this. Fair spot Chaussette across the field. Chaussette jumps over Mike Boy and then slots the perfect shot that Ocelon just barely can't reach. That is extra work there from Solary. They do not want to drop this game. They take the lead with 40 seconds left.
Triple digits, exactly 100K on the way in, and Mike Boy answers back with a laser of his own.
That's how you stop momentum. Again, right off kickoff, Mike Boy wins the cheat, has a free shot, and boy, does he take advantage of that free shot. Right over Chaussette, says, I'm on the field too. It's anybody's game, Stacks. 36 seconds left in game 3.
Well, the last 30 seconds might as well not have happened. Astral off the kickoff. Just beats the defense, and it's Solary in front again.
You would think after Rick scored a kickoff goal, okay, maybe we should make sure that doesn't happen to us. Astral, good win-off kick, gets a nice goal. Solary regained the lead, 30 seconds left. Will we see another kickoff play? It could be a chance here. Mike Boy in a tough spot, shot! It's another one! 2-goal lead for Solary.
After all this, you would think at some point somebody might go, hey, you know, that's a 50-50 at midfield on the opening kickoff, right? Can we just, I don't know, maybe keep somebody at the net? No? All right, we'll just, everybody shoots, everybody scores. 5-3 the lead now for Solary. Even this lead isn't safe the way the teams are scoring right now. Chaussette finally slows things down, and well, this would constitute an offensive drought for both these teams. We've gone 5 seconds and nobody scored. But that whiff,
Whoa.
Cash coming on, and well, now things have just gotten downright ugly. But Solary will take it because they get to play an ugly game with a lead. And finally, Solary is going to take the lead in this series, trying to set both teams to 2-1 in the tournament. 1 win away from getting a huge one over RIX.GG.
It's unfortunate because RIX really had control all game long. Solary ended up just, again, having these really good counterattack plays where RIX on the back end didn't really look so strong. The demo plays especially were a big killing factor here for RIX. It's a mix of demo plays and it's a mix of just poor kickoff. Just poor kickoffs overall. And RIX let that one with all that momentum swinging left to right. It got out of control. Solary have been in that situation before and they took advantage of it. And now we have Solary who have been able to completely turn this series around. They started off on the back end and now they're able to put this on match point. Now we need to see RIX step up as we load up game 4.
It is must-win territory for RIX.GG to remain undefeated in the group. Boy, this has been a wild, wild ride between Solary and RIX.GG. And this is just the first of, what do we have, 6 matches today? Over here on the B Street? Oh, boy, this is going to be a day over on the European side. So many great matchups coming your way with, again, we've got Top Blokes coming up. We got Vitality and Liquid coming up right in the middle of the day. That has main event written all over it.
Yeah, this is going to be a stellar day. This is just the opener. I mean, I just rolled out of bed. And here we go. You know, I have Chaussette making me scream. So I love it. Now
Good morning. How about just the chaotic sequence we had in game 3? What do they have to follow that up? Let's find out. We'll probably get a goal about 12 seconds into game 4 here. Maybe even sooner. Mike Boy saved by Chaussette. And Farah couldn't continue it downfield. Boy, RIX.GG playing like a team that knows they have to win this game to keep the series alive. And Farah will bomb this down. But again, RIX.GG, that sense of urgency is there right out of the gates in game 4.
Yeah, you know, you talk about knowing they have to win, but it's also the confidence in knowing that they should win or can win. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They understand they've been able to take games off Solary. Now it's like, okay, at this point, we have to start actually holding and maintaining offense. Let's start dodging those demos. Let's make those mid-series adaptations, because if not, it will go out of our hands. And they know that, you know, up the stretch, they have good shot chances. They're able to open up the net and get past Solary defense, but that's just not enough. They need to be good on their own half of the field, and that's where they're struggling the most right now.
Astral trying to wait out Ocelon, but Ocelon didn't bite. So Mike Boy will just boom this away, and he got past Farah. So now Ocelon has a lane to go through, but it is blocked away, and Cash made sure Chaussette didn't get there downfield, and Mike Boy also ahead of Astral. Could have been a couple of good opportunities there for Solary. Does not work out for either side, as we remained scoreless very early on in Game 4. But if you remember that last game, hey, we're not going to remain scoreless for long.
All right, so many different like goal scorers opening up based off kickoffs, off demo plays, off giving Mike Boy space in the air. Meanwhile, Solary been playing really off of Farah. He's been trying to, again, get those demos in the back end. He hasn't been able to get one yet. Chaussette gets a bump here on Cash. High ball. Farah's jumping from midfield. Does get a 50 straight down. Oh, my God! Farah!
Are you kidding me? Immediately reacting, going right back down for it. Realized he didn't have any teammates in support anyways. Got to call his own number, and Farah with a loud goal to start Game 4.
Now that's that extra effort. Farah understands that all my teammates are back. I might as well go for this anyways. And then he ends up making it. That small window, just enough here for Solary to take the lead. Now they have control, but can they hold on to it? Can they expand on it? Maybe, as they try to push the ball downfield.
So important for Solary just to get that added advantage of being in the upper bracket for tomorrow's knockout gauntlet. Getting one step closer, especially if they can hold on for another 2.5 minutes. It'll be an eternity to try and hold on against this RIX squad. Ocelon late turn up the wall, and Astral's already over it. His shot easily blocked by Cash. Farah taken out. Could be a transition opportunity, but nobody dove after the defender in the net. Chaussette was up in a hurry, so RIX maybe let an opportunity go by the wayside. Mike Boyd still trying to center, and that's blocked away by Farah.
This is awkward. You can tell RIX want to keep this ball in the orange half. They're trying everything they can. But it's definitely not the easiest looks. You see Cash, he's going off the sidewall to get that ball. Very awkward for him. And now Ocelon, that's a big whiff. Farah on top of it. No follow-up, though. My boy will be able to get on that. And RIX, they need a big drive here soon. That was almost the one. Ocelon shot block. Cash can't get it past the defense. Chaussette clears to the corner.
Oh, Astral, great job avoiding contact. Able to get this ball out of the zone. That's perfect out of Solary, but they're feeling the pressure. Cash given a lane to shoot through, and he punishes them again.
Mike Boy to Cash again. This is the most reliable duo right now for RIX. Every time Mike Boy slots it to Cash, there's a high percentage chance he's scoring. And there it is, tying goal here. Game 4, 1-1 with 120 left.
5 goals for Cash in the series, 6 helpers out of Mike Boy. It has been the duo. Here goes Farah, trying to do it all himself as he did earlier, and it goes off the crossbar. Then Ocelon almost created kind of a mess, but Cash is able to deal with it, at least for now.
Final minute. RIX able to change that momentum. It's Solary. You got to think about it as well. The only goal they scored was off a fair solo play. Afterwards, they haven't been able to really open up the defense. That's a poor mistouch. Or it's Chaussette. He's got to not whip those. Not in this time. Mike Boy looking for a dunk down in front. Chaussette will take control, but that was very dangerous for Solary.
You get into the spring split, and individual moments mean so much in the World Championship picture, and it's Cash after a miss created by this kind of a decoy play out in front. Farrah's in a tough spot.
That is
Cash
so
will
good.
score, and RIX is 27 seconds away from forcing game 5.
That play was so good. But we'll have to talk about it later. There's not a lot of time left on the clock. Like you said, 25 seconds. Solary need a goal. Farrah looked for a bump on Cash. Chaussette to Astral. He's up fast, but not fast enough. Farrah tries to get the follow-up. It's midfield. No one was able to read the ball, though. They're still trying to keep this on RIX half. Final 10 seconds. We could be seeing a game 5 here. RIX holding on defense. Cash moving downfield. He's got Farrah in the chase. Ball midfield. Astral's able to pop it up. But no, it's knocked away. RIX.GG forced game 5.
That last 20 seconds out of Solary there, that was the Rocket League visual definition of panic and chaos. And a little bit of hero ball and my turn offense coming out like somebody felt like they had to make a play. But it works out okay for RIX.GG. Another late goal, another late surge out of RIX. Hey, in the final 2 minutes of every single game in this series, they have been awesome.
Man,
but they got to put it together for the full 5.
That's true. It's definitely a burst in the final like half of the game where RIX really start to come alive. Sometimes we saw them have the early lead. It didn't necessarily work out for them in game 3, but as we even look towards that, well, actually we don't have time to look for the goal. Man, I really want to break that one down. It was so nice, but. Will we be able to see it? Hold on. It's a fake, and then Cash just wraps it around Farrah. Beautiful shot. We need plays like that from RIX if they want to have a chance of coming away with game 5. Solary have been knocking at the door. And maybe Solary able to come up with it, but I think really this series rests in the hands of RIX. If they play up to par, they don't lose this. But Solary, just one lapse of a misplay from RIX, and they will immediately take advantage of it.
You've got Astral across the field. You don't have to be perfect, but you got to be pretty darn close to beat this Solary squad. Here goes Cash, blocked by Chaussette. Ocelon feathers one to the backboard. Cash is there. Astral point blank save. Ocelon there. His second goal of the series comes in a huge moment for RIX.GG.
Look at that. Cash reading the play after Farrah whiffs. Is a 50 in front, but all of RIX is there for a follow-up. And Ocelon, perfect slot, top corner. RIX setting the tone for game 5. And now it's up to Solary to match that pace.
They haven't been good off the kickoff, and they got burned again. Chaussette immediately ties it back up.
What's all the pressure if you lose it on a kickoff? What? The first 45 seconds, we got 2 goals. Chaussette immediately nullifies any pressure RIX had on them with that goal. Tied up game.
And Chaussette has Farrah cheating up to help him out. One-on-one with Mike Boy. Trying to bulldoze his way through. And with a little help from, I believe it's Astral, Farrah gets the goal.
RIX are being destroyed on the kickoffs right now. Good play from Farrah to open things up. Astral gets the 50, ball bounces back off Farrah and in. Solary with the lead after 2 back-to-back kickoff goals.
Boy, it is amazing in 2021 how a team can just get burned so badly off of kickoffs. Chaussette off of Astral. That's going to work out for Solary. Another opportunity. Ocelon cuts it out. Cash on his way downfield, but there's nothing doing there as Astral's all over it. This has been wild between RIX.GG and Solary. No pun intended, of course. RIX has Wild coming up immediately after this. Get a 10-minute break in between series by rules, so at least they'll have that going for them, win or lose. Here goes Farrah. 90 seconds gone by. Plenty of offense and still plenty left in the tank as that goes just wide. Mike Boy trying to get boost and ball. He's got both. Now he needs a teammate to help him out. It's Cash waiting and a lot of traffic in front. That's what they're trying to do against Solary, but you're up against a Solary team that is very well versed in physical play and they know how to defend it against it as well.
Defense strong from Solary, like you said. And RIX are trying everything in the book they can do in terms of just getting past that defense. Whether it's a bump play, oh, that's dangerous. Good touch from Cash. Bump plays, playing in the air. They only need that one good drive. They're down by 1 now. They need a goal, and they also need to make sure they don't get scored off kickoff. Mike Boy double off the back wall. Aslan follow-up. Is that in? It is! Tied up game.
He had been just deathly silent throughout the series. Only 1 goal, no assists coming into Game 5. And he's got 2 big ones. This one ties up the game. And RIX and Solary continue to battle in Game 5. Again, a game that's going to have a lot of impact. Just this one game is going to mean so much for Solary in their pursuit of a top 6 spot, trying to make up some ground in the bracket. Astral couldn't get one down in front. This is thrown back in, and it's saved by the combination of Cash and Ocelon.
Double commit. My boy did pick up that mid boost. So him and Cash will try to move upfield. But watch out. Chaussette has Farah and assists. Again, Solary playing that fast game. Farah, again, I mean, one of the things that we've noticed too for Farah is whenever he's out of the play, he's really the main person to set up a lot of demo plays. It's him, and then I'd say Astro would be the second. If they try to let Chaussette shoot as much as possible, he's been really on with his shots today. Astro will bring this one up. Ocelon clear out, but barely avoiding a dunk goal there from Astro.
They gave Astro that much time and space again. It will not end well for RIX.GG. We've talked a lot about Cash and his ability to take over a series. It is well documented what Astral is capable of. As Cash drops that one off to the side. Here goes Mike Boy. Ocelon coming on. Instead, he'll turn back. Got cold feet, and for good reasons. This ball goes right back to his own. Cash gave it away, and Ocelon couldn't get there. It's still loose in front, and RIX.GG got incredibly lucky.
Honestly, after the first shot, I mean, one, the fact that, again, Chaussette, the way he's shooting, just barely misses that. And then the follow-up, almost getting dunked. But now we got a minute remaining. And RIX, they have this ball upfield, but you can see Solary looking for that counter. As Astral gets this one off to the side, Mike Boy will try to play it up. Desperate times here for both teams. It's going to take that one play, that one risk to see who comes away with the game. 5, Cash Ocelon blocked out.
Trying to feed the hot hand. Ocelon has been feeling it in Game 5. Big time performance. Will it be enough to beat Astral and Solary? 1v1 between Ocelon and Astral. Ocelon came out on top and scores! It's a hat trick!
Ocelon on the ball. 78 boost when he goes into the air, stays on top of it, catches Solary slacking. Final 20 seconds, but still, RIX aren't out the woods yet. We can see another kickoff goal. They have to remain tight here in these final 20.
No stage too great for Ocelon. Down to 20 seconds. RIX trying to go to 3-0 in the group. Mike Boy, big clear away. Nobody else is there as Ocelon plays it deeper in. Looking for the knockout blow. Mike Boy down the middle. And Astral had to make the save, but if they're playing defense, they're not getting downfield. It has to stay up. It will not. RIX.GG does it again with late heroics. This time with a hat trick from Ocelon in Game 5.
Ocelon stepped up. We talked about Cash and Mike Boy for the course of that series, but honestly, Ocelon shot placement needed in a clutch moment, and he did what he had to do. Even with Solary, Chaussette and Farah both ended up battling back there. I mean, for Solary, they put so much out there, but for RIX, you could tell just with how they were moving upfield, the space they were creating, and the shots they were taking. It was just a matter of time before they came away with that one.
Man, oh man, oh man. RIX.GG put on that kind of a show. Now, as mentioned, they get a break. They play back-to-back. They got to have a 10-minute cool-off. That is kind of a new thing, of course, with, again, this format can be grueling on teams, so at least you give them some kind of a break. But my goodness, how do they follow that up? I guess we'll find out in just a little while. Again, we'll have that little delay before we see RIX.GG in action again. They've got wild with a battle for the top spot in Group D on the line. You don't want to miss it. It's coming up next here on UGC's coverage of the RLCS.